Today, I will take you to the family constellations from my father's side. This is the male energy in my life. We are humans and we need both. We need a feminine and we need a male energy as well. And it has to be balanced.
And actually, only today I remember some things about my father. Like my mom, she did speak about him, right? I know some things, but like actual physic moves that we went in a cemetery with my mom like few times, and I don't remember that. Like it was, I don't know, not valuable for me, and my brain just like let it go. And only today I remember about that, and today I know my last name of my real father, so it's great.
What is missing to create a family out of abundance and happiness? Stay on and you will learn a lot about yourself today. I promise you. It was the second day of the retreat. Let me share for the secret. And since I don't have a father, he died when I was 11 months. Of course, I have absolutely no feelings of emotions or thoughts about my father. Well, in order to fully enjoy life, you must have two wings of mom and dad. That's why I got to the ancestors retreat to connect to that energy, to the energy of his kind, since I was excluded. An excluded one, it's when relatives refuse you just about any kind of reason. When my father died, the family from my father's side, they excluded me and my mom. They didn't want to know, none of us. And that's why I'm here. I know that a lot of people will respond to it, especially in the 90s. It was the common phenomenon when children were abandoned. Even adults were abandoned when they violated family characters. And again, to fully enjoy your life, we must have two wings. That is, we must receive energy from both mother and father. And our family constellations begins in the same way. We enter the field, our guide guides us and creates a safe space and perhaps conveys a message like me now. I chose the figurature of a person who will be my request. And again, since I'm a woman and everything in my life is very much connected with my mother, since I took her example, I chose the figurature of a person. And the first thing we do, my requests are to pull out mom. That is, the figurature of my mom and her feelings of this world. And we also take the figurature of my father, and I also choose and appoint a girl based on my feelings. Since I've never seen my father in my life, and what I know about him, of course, is from my mother's story and all her grievances and regrets. It's through this prism that I see my father today. And that's why it's really very amazing feeling to feel a father in my field. I've never felt so sharply as now. And for you to understand, I'm a very tough person. And it's not easy for me to cry like that. And here I just cannot. I cannot even look at him like a small child who was offended and left. It's just crazy to capture emotions. And here it was very active because I do not communicate with my mother, and we are very strong women, far from each other. Nevertheless, here, when she saw my weakness, she came to protect me. And a few days later, my mother wrote to me that there was a moment in childhood when she had to defend me, where she was madly scared. There are true feelings. As you can understand, the problem here is that I don't see my father with my own eyes because I have no personal ideas about this person. Of course, these ideas need to be returned to my mother. The only thing that was very scary was that I might have a dad. I also chose the figurature of my grandmother, that is my father's mother. I don't know this person. I don't know anyone from my father's family. Not at that moment. I had a lot of feelings and emotions for my grandmother, including I know her, but not at a conscious age. It's grandma's fault that I don't know the family from my father. She didn't want my mom in their family. Naturally, all this affects me to this day. I've been so offended all my life, and my mother's family finally came the moment somehow I need to return this resentment to my mother. And thus, through the recognition of healing, we return me to ancestors' system of my family. All the pain that has been closed for years, it needs to be lifted, it needs to be pulled out, and it's not easy. But I'm insanely proud of myself because I did it. From my childhood, I had moments when it was difficult for me to breathe and there was not enough oxygen. At that moment, just now, I manifested itself by feelings as if the ability to breathe was turned off. And when you allow yourself to feel all this pain, it comes out. Only after I realized this pain, I was able to let go closer to the figures of my loved ones. My dad, my grandma, they were able to take their places in my life. And in my life, I was not looking for a relationship. I was looking for a father to feel what daddy's love is. After I found my father, I can go into a relationship out of abundance. And to end family constellations and my male energy, we took also figures of my grandfather and the great grandfather to get the energy of the whole family through the father's line. And to fix it on physics and consolidate my father's energy, I was given three tasks, one of which is to visit my father's family, but there's a problem because I don't know anyone, and from USA to Russia, official requests can be done. Not easy, but I will try. The second task was to communicate with mom without guilt and from a different state. And the third one, to lie on the beach all day, relax, and don't do shit. And after the family constellations, we also disconnected the girls from the figures of my life. This constellation was intense, emotional, and life-changing, but the journey didn't end there. In the next video, I will share what happened after the breakthrough. My true emotions, a powerful conversation with the exiled soul, deep energy table work, and the symbolic moment of walking the nail path. So we just finished our family constellations and it's a pool time just to relax and feel good. So we did it all day long, like from 10 in the morning we had a breakfast, after the breakfast family constellations. We did 4 people, after break for the food and another 2 people. So now it's a free time, party time.